Welcome back to Simplified Reads, the channel where stories go deeper than the screen. Today, we're diving into science fiction series published in 2024 and 2025 that are so immersive, they outshine the TV shows trying to match them. These aren't just tales of galaxies and gadgets. They're emotional, philosophical, and deeply human explorations of what it means to exist in a world transformed by technology, time, and imagination. Whether you're looking for grand space epics or character-driven speculative fiction, each of these new releases proves that sometimes the page does what the screen simply can't. The Ministry of Time by Kalian Bradley, 2024, is an imaginative and emotionally layered novel that redefines time travel storytelling. It follows a British civil servant working at a government project that brings people from the past into the modern world, forcing her to question ethics, belonging, and the politics of time itself. The book blends speculative fiction with romance and political intrigue, making it perfect for this topic because it captures the kind of complexity and emotional realism that TV adaptations often flatten. It feels intimate yet epic, a slow-burn story of love, loss, and displacement. However, its deliberate pacing and introspective tone might frustrate readers expecting constant action or detailed science. To get the most from it, focus on the human moments and philosophical questions rather than the mechanics of time travel. It's available from Penguin and major online stores, priced around $28 for hardcover and $14 digitally. Moving into outer space, Infinite Archive by Moore Lafferty, 2025, continues the Midsolar Murders series with their signature blend of wit, mystery, and science fiction. Set aboard a sprawling space station where information itself is a commodity, the book's strength lies in its energy. Fast-moving, funny, and filled with twists that make it feel like the perfect binge read. What makes it better than a TV show is the inner life it gives to its characters and the narrative's layers of logic and humor that no adaptation could fully capture. Still, because it's the third book in a series, new readers might feel lost without the earlier volumes. To enjoy it fully, start from Station Eternity and follow through. Note the clues, the dry humor, and the subtle world-building details that bring this interstellar mystery to life. It's available from Ace Books, with hardcovers at about $30 and ebooks around $15 to $18. Then comes The Shattering Peace by John Scalzi, 2025, a return to his acclaimed Old Man's War universe. This book explores what happens when fragile diplomacy among star systems begins to crack, dragging soldiers, politicians, and civilians into chaos. Scalzi's talent for sharp dialogue and moral nuance makes this story feel more alive than most on-screen space operas. It's perfect for this theme because it balances action with humor, reflection, and political insight, the kind of combination that screen versions often simplify. Yet its connection to previous novels may challenge newcomers, who could miss the depth of the world's backstory. To get the most from it, spend time understanding the universe's structure or skim summaries of earlier books. Available through Tor Books and most major retailers, the hardcover runs around $29.99, with digital versions at roughly $16. Fractal Noise by Christopher Paolini, 2024, takes a more meditative approach, inviting readers into the eerie expanse of deep space decades before to sleep in a sea of stars. It follows explorers investigating a mysterious anomaly on a distant planet, a story less about explosions and more about the human mind confronting the unknown. What makes it ideal for this topic is its cinematic imagination paired with introspection. The reader doesn't just watch the adventure unfold, they live its quiet dread and wonder. But its heavy scientific tone and slower pacing can test patience if you're expecting constant spectacle. The best way to enjoy it is to embrace the stillness, the long descriptions, the careful unraveling of mystery, and the themes of purpose and grief beneath the stars. The hardcover retails around $28 through Pan Macmillan and Del Rey, and the ebook about $14. On a more emotional note, Watch Me by Tahira Mafi, 2025, evolve her Shatter Me storytelling into a future defined by surveillance and identity. combining lyrical prose with futuristic tension. Mafi transforms wide tropes into something fresh and resonant. It's perfect for this discussion because it captures the emotional intensity of a great TV drama while adding literary style and psychological insight that screen adaptations rarely achieve. It examines freedom, control, and human connection in an age of constant observation. Some readers may find it too romantic or character-driven compared to traditional sci-fi, but its strength lies precisely in that emotional depth. To get the most out of it, treat it as both a love story and a social critique, one that invites you to think about technology and intimacy in a digital age. Expect pricing around $25 for hardcover and $12 for ebook upon release from HarperCollins. The Last Contract of Isako by Fonda Lee, 2025, bridges genres, blending cyberpunk and samurai tradition into a dynamic space opera. The story follows a legendary assassin on one final mission, exploring loyalty, honor, and survival in a world dominated by megacorporations and digital warfare. It's a perfect example of fiction that reads like a cinematic masterpiece, yet feels more grounded and emotionally complex than any screen version could achieve. Lee's writing style, sharp, stylish, and philosophical, creates vivid imagery that outpaces most visual storytelling. However, its hybrid nature might feel overwhelming to readers looking for straightforward sci-fi. To get the most from it, dive into the sensory detail and let its mix of futuristic and traditional cultures wash over you. When published by Orbit Books later in 2025, it will likely retail at about $30 in hardcover and $15 digitally. Finally, Machine Vendetta by Alastair Reynolds, 2024, concludes the Prefect Dreyfus Emergency Trilogy with a combination of mystery, hard science, and ethical tension. Set in his intricate Revelation space universe, it's perfect for readers who crave realism, logic, and scale, qualities that make it more intellectually rewarding than most television adaptations. Reynolds builds entire civilizations with meticulous care, and his detective-style storytelling creates suspense that demands full attention. Its main drawback is accessibility. As the final book in a long-running series, it's not ideal for beginners. To experience it fully, start with Aurora Rising and Elysium Fire, then move into this finale to appreciate the culmination of its moral and cosmic themes. The hardcover edition is priced around $27 and the ebook around $14 from Golinks and major sellers. Each of these books shows why science fiction continues to thrive best on the page. They're richer, bolder, and more introspective than their TV counterparts, pushing readers to imagine worlds that cameras could never quite capture. They challenge, provoke, and transport in ways that visual storytelling can only hint at. Thanks for watching Simplified Reads, where complex stories become accessible, and great books remind us that imagination is still humanity's best special effect. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the best new sci-fi series, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so we can keep exploring worlds that television can't reach.